Hey Planewalkers, welcome back to the channel. I hope you had a good day. I'm Burn2k and I'm here to share with you some Magic Arena gameplay. And today we're back with my blue-white control deck. We're still on the grind on the ladder, trying to reach Mythic this month. So that's the deck that gave me the most wins. So I'm grinding the Platinum right now. And just as I've said, hopefully to reach Mythic this month. We're already higher than we were last month at this time of the month, so hopefully we can make it. So as you can see with a card below me, we are a control deck and we have 3 different creatures. So the Archon of Emeria, it's our main creature to get on the battlefield. Once it's on the battlefield, no player can cast more than 1 spell per turn. So once this card is on the battlefield and we have a handful of counterspell, we can control the game pretty well. We have the Hullbreaker Horror, that's our finisher. When it's come into the battlefield, it comes into the battlefield at flash speed, so it's an instant speed spell. But once it's on the battlefield, every time we cast a spell, we can bounce a permanent from our opponent to their hand or bounce a spell on the stack to their hand. So once the Archon of Emeria, that force our opponent to be able to cast only 1 spell per turn, and we can bounce it back with the Hullbreaker Horror. The game is almost over, no one can go through that. And we have also the Suspicious Stowaway, so that's a 1/1 creature with Daybound, and this creature cannot be blocked. And when this creature deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card and we discard a card. But when the nights come, our Suspicious Stowaway becomes a Seafaring Werewolf. And that's a 2/1 creature, still unblockable, but when we deal combat damage to a player, we draw a card. And once it's night, the only way you can go back to day, it's by casting 2 spells in the same turn. But since the Archon of Emeria is on the battlefield, no player can cast more than 1 spell per turn, so we're stuck in the night until you kill the Archon of Emeria. So that's the main idea of the deck. And let's see the full deck list right now. Here we are with the full deck list. As you can see, the only creature we had is 2 copies of the Suspicious Stowaway. We have 4 copies of the Archon of Emeria and 2 copies of the Hullbreaker Horror. Other than that, we have some removal spells like Fateful Absence to kill some creature. We have the Divine Purge to remove all creatures that cost 3 or less. They're removed, but they're in exile, and their controller can cast them for 2 more, and they enter the battlefield tapped. So that's a way to slow down our opponent that are coming our way too quickly with some little creature, especially the clerics. That's the one that get hurt with that, or the Black Sacrifice deck. We also have 3 copies of Doomscar, so it's just a board wipe. That's another way to get back in the game. After that, we have some bounce spells, 4 copies of Fading Hope that pair really well with Hullbreaker Horror, because once the Hullbreaker Horror is on the battlefield, we only need 1 mana open to bounce something back and protect it, or bounce the spell our opponent are casting. We also have 4 copies of Divide by 0, so we can return a spell or a permanent to the ends of its owners, and we learn a card after that. And other than that, we have some card to draw, so we have 3 copies of Behold the Multiverse, we can scry to draw 2. We have Memory Deluge that let us scry some card and draw 2 again. And we have the brand new Discover the Formula that make us seek 3 non-land card, put them into our hand, and all the spell in our hand cost 1 less to cast after that. So that's pretty cool to cast Discover the Formula while we have Hullbreaker Horror in our hand, because it's reduced by 1. And after that we have the counter spells. So we have 2 copies of Negates, so we can counter some non-creature spell to protect our creatures. We have Absorb Energy, that's a counter spell, and when we counter a spell, we reduce all the cards with the same type that we have in our hand by 1. So if we counter spell a creature, all our creature costs 1 less to cast, so the Hullbreaker Horror can get cheaper. And finally, we have the Kindred Denials, and it's another new counter spell. Every time we counter a spell, we go seek in our deck a land, not a land, a card with the same mana value as the spell we've countered. So if we counter a spell that costs 1, we get a Fading Hope. If we counter something that costs 2, we get Fateful Absence, Negate, or Suspicious Stowaway. If we counter something that costs 3, we have one of those 4 cards. Something that costs 4, we got one of those 4 cards. We have something that costs 5. We have 1 card that costs 6 and 1 card that costs 7. So we're pretty much sure to get at least 1 card back. So that's a counter spell that makes us draw 1 card. That's pretty sick. And in the mana base, we don't have anything really special except maybe the Gate of Itself. That's not a land that's played by a lot of players, but I feel that in the blue and a white deck, it's a pretty good land in the late game. When you have anyway too much lands, you can sacrifice it to gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. So that's pretty much it. That's the deck. We can see the learn board. We have 2 environmental sciences, 2 teaching of the archaic, 1 introduction to prophecy, 1 introduction to annihilation if we're in a bad spot, and 1 mascot exhibition that could help us to close the game. So that's it for the deck. Let's see those battle. That's a pretty good hand. Pretty happy about it. Let's see, we face some dragons again. World 3. Okay. Second green, Prosperous and Keeper. Not too stressed out about this, so I can Fardell again. They got some blue. Lotus Cobra. We have Fading Hope. We just wipe the board right now? No. Let's be patient a little bit. We don't have anything to lock the board after that. Okay, they're ramping pretty hard. They're close to the horror. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Potentially 1 more for 7. So I think I can wipe the board on the next turn. Let's see what we draw. 2 Doomskars. Let's keep 1 since we will be playing it. Got a land. My turn. 1, 2, 3. So we'll be able to negate if something happens. Nothing. Storm the Festival. That will sadly be counter for you. Sadly for you will be countered. Anyways. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try this. And see what it can do about that. Another land. Which opponent? Okay, so you can have it. Cannot do a lot about it anyways, so you can scry. I will bounce this bad boy. You will have the chance to scry again, my friend. That's our attack. And off turn. What you got now? Felindar Retreat. It's not a card I want to see at all. Let's hope we get another counter spell. Or a card to drop, maybe? Oh no, that was not the... We reduce the cost of our spells. That was not the Kindred Denial that draws a card back. Let's attack. Play that. You can scry for 1. I want to draw those cards. You can add 4 to your mana pool, my friend. You cannot do anything about it. Let's gain 2 life and draw 2 cards. That's okay for me. Don't have flying or reach. I can attack. I can pay 2. Kill that now. I think we're in a good spot. But we need to be able to draw some cards. Storm the Festival. We'll go back to your hand. That's a way to draw, but we have too much card in hand to draw. Attack again. So we can foretell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's wait. Storm the Festival again. Don't think so. And they got burned. Goddamn. Okay, I like that hand, but we might need some board wipes. Let's see what they're playing. It looks like they're green. They're doing a mulligan, so that's good. Are they doing a mulligan again? Mulligan again. Nope, once is enough. So, they are green. Let's see if they like this. Werewolf back later. No surprise here. So we need to wait another turn with the Fading Hope. So let's just attack, see what we can draw. We will discard that land, because now we need to bounce back with Divide by 0. And on our turn, playing our Archon of Emeria and lock that game. Faceless Haven. At the beginning of combat on your turn, target wolves or werewolf get +2/+2 whenever an opponent casts their second spell. I think we won't have a lot of chance to play Negate again. So let's go with Negate. You can hit me for 3. Oh, I could have used Fading Hope. That's a mistake on my part. Divide by 0, we keep it. Oh no, I needed to keep the... Oh my god. I'm playing loosely. Let's attack and see what we draw. A land, we have already played a land. Let's hope they don't have a Blizzard Brawl and another forest ready to go. Oh, they cannot. They can only cast 1 spell. We're looking okay. We're looking okay. Let's attack with this. What do we draw? Kendrin Denial. Perfect. End of turn. I think we got the control of this game now. A Blizzard Brawl. So let's bounce this to your hand. And you lose your spell. We'll be able to draw on our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we need one more land. We need one more land. They are reading our card. And they're sad they cannot play anything else this turn. We did not get our land. They have 4 cards in hands. Let's attack. Maybe the teaching won't be useful. So let's all attack. We are hitting harder than their faceless haven. And we draw. Have we played that in? Nope. End of turn. What are they gonna do? I'm ready for it. That's something I'm pretty happy to counterspell and get another counterspell back, hopefully. Or divide by 0. Absorb energy, that's good. That will reduce the cost of our Hullbreaker Horror when we counterspell another creature. So we're in a good spot now. I don't know what he can do. That's perfect. When those two creatures are together, that's just too strong. I'll be really happy to counter that again. And we reduce the price of the Hullbreaker Horror. Let's all attack again. That's your last chance, my friend. Let's see what they're up to. They probably think they getting away with it. But anyway, they cannot block my 2 creature. I got 1 flying and 1 unblockable creature. They can't do much about it. And they gave up. They were pretty much dead on this one. What do we do with this hand? Let's hope we don't face another aggro deck. Probably some dragons. Blue and white for the moment. They're Azorius. Let's behold the multiverse. Fateful Mending? Okay, we're facing a blue-white control, I guess. Okay, they got a lot of lands. They got a lot of lands. End of turn. No second Fateful Mending. Let's pass. Let's crack this. get ourselves a white source. So, okay, we got a lot of blue. We got a lot of blue. Let's wait and see if they're doing anything. This might be a long one. Two blue, white, one against each other. Can I behold, please? They don't want me to behold. So we'll need to foretell that again. Let's see if we can get away with our Icon of Emery on the battlefield. They have not played anything. Again, it stays for one more turn on the battlefield. Or do they have another divide by 0? Key to the archive. That's okay. That's just okay. They're not sure what they're taking. Okay, they need to discard. So that's our turn. And we've passed it through. Let's take a second white. It's just all attack. And now we can foretell this. And we have our counter spell ready to dance. You can go search for your land. No, they don't play anything. So before it's our turn, let's behold the multiverse. And see if they bounce back our bird. No, we'll take those two. Can we attack, please? They're thinking about it. They've gone to the bathroom. Okay, I'll attack. Let's see if we can get away with this. Discover the formula. That's good for me. That's good. That card cost 2. Do we let it go? Yep, that doesn't change a lot for us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They cannot block us anyway. Okay, they need to discard a lot. So next, I'll attack. We probably won't need a Doomscar in this matchup. Take a blue. That's your turn, my friend. You trying to divide by 0? I'll refuse that. Oh gosh, didn't want that again. Let's see. Divide by 0. divide it. Let's take the mascot exhibition, scare them a bit. So that's our turn. What can we draw here? Divide by 0, that's perfect. Let's sacrifice this. We're at 8 card. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we're at 8 land. Okay, so let's go for it. Do they have something to do now? They're trying again. Let's counter again. Divine Purge. Not good. I don't think you will be casting some second turn spell. Do we bounce this? No, let's keep it for the important spells. We need to protect our creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top of your library for as long you may cast that card from exile. Okay. Resolve. Oh, they want to bounce back my creature? Oh, I'm not happy about this one. But okay, you got it. You got it. My turn. Let's all attack. So we have 8 cards in hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Let's cast it again. They will probably try to go for our Archon of Emeria. No, they didn't have anything, so that's good. That's good. Maybe I won't allow the monk class again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, let them play this. So they've played their turn. Will they bounce back our creature? Can go for it. Why aren't they bouncing back our other creature? That's something I don't get. Do you like that? I think we got a game here. I think we got the game. We no longer need to cast the stowaway. They'll probably block the horror. That's okay with me. And that's your turn. We will discard this. The knight is back. But now they're dead. The only spell they can cast, I will bounce it to their hand. And on our turn, we kill them. Return target non-land permanent to their honor hands. Can bounce this back. Let's try this. And they gave up. We got them. Okay, this end is too slow. That's just too slow. We cannot counter anything before turn 4. And we cannot bounce anything. We need to mill again. We got a lot of lands. Let's try it. Let's bounce this. They got a blue, and they scry. Blue and a red. Pretty happy to see that. Let's go for a blue and foretell. What are we facing? Okay, they foretell too. Do we foretell the Doomscar? No, let's wait. If they're control, maybe we'll be happy to discard the Doomscar later on. And with the mana open, we can behold the multiverse. Galazet Prismari. You can have it. We're fighting against Dragon again. Let's behold the multiverse. Negate and Fading Hope. Do we keep negate or not? Probably not. Okay, that's interesting. Another Doomscar. Maybe that's too much. Let's wait and see if we can keep our land for the Memory Deluge and draw some more. Yes, we can take that 3. Is that all? You do. Foretelling. You have a counter spell ready? Or are you going to foretell another card? Nope, let's try it. Thinking about it, side coming. So we got another land. 1, 2, 3. Let's try to force them to cast some more dragon. Another blue. What is next? Nothing. So we're at 6. But we don't have any real counter spells, so let's foretell this. Now we need to kill those dragons. We know that we need that. Prismari on the battlefield. Do we try to kill it before they get the treasure? I think so. Yep, let's try it. Oh, maybe they have the side coming again. That's okay. That is okay. Temple of Dragons. That's my turn. what do we do now? Do we wait to draw? Yes, we'll wait, sack the gate of itself to draw some card and gain some life. Hopefully get some counter spells to be able to take the game back. Let's see what they're targeting. They're choosing this one. That's a bit sad. Let's resolve this. Before it's our turn, we gain 2 life, draw 2 cards. Okay. So we can sacrifice it. Fail a rune. Let's take a blue here. It's Doomscar. Oh, I hope they don't have a counter spell. Divide by 0. Okay. Can we go through those dragons? Let's just foretell this right now. Or we keep the fading hope. No, let's foretell it. Be ready for the next turn. And hopefully they won't have any counter spell that time. Or maybe we'll drawing one. Maybe we could draw one to protect our Doomscars. Oh, they draw 3 cards. That was a good teaching. Here's some wealth. It's okay, another land. What is that doing? Okay, it's only 2 cast. Okay. So let's go for a blue. Oh, I should have played a red, white. Let's try this again. If they counter it, we're pretty much dead. Divide by 0, that's still okay. Mascot exhibition. That will be hard. Let's bounce that. That's okay. Down to 4. Don't play anything. So, can we Doomscar that time? Come on. They let it go, but they're ready with the creature in their hands. Oh. They're doing straight to our face. It's not looking good. Really not looking good. So we're down to 3. Cannot do anything. They got us. Okay. Okay, that's a cool hand. Let's see what we're facing. Some green. Some red and a Lotus Cobra. So at 3 we can divide by 0. Okay, it's another Omnat deck. Probably. We can take this. Behold the multiverse instead. My turn. We'll keep those. Okay, we got a lot of lands. So let's, oh no, let's wait. If they cast the green and the white enchantment, we need to be ready for it. With 4 lands, they could have cast it on the last turn. A resolves. For 3, they're looking for a lands. Maybe we could slow them down a bit. We're already at 4, 5, 6 lands. We need more land too. No, let's keep this to the Hullbreaker horror to get to it. But now we can only counter for 4. So we need to wait another turn. Prosperous and Keeper, you can have it. Are you playing it or what? I'm ready to counter that. Hopefully get some absorbed energy. Oh, the bird, that's good. We need it. We need that too. Okay. Discover the formula. So we can be at 3. No, we cannot do that. We cannot cast this because we cannot protect it after that, except with a Fading Oath. Let's gain 2 life. Be ready to counter something else. Another Innkeeper, you can have it, my friend. Another Evolving Wine. So we take 3. That's our turn. Let's behold the multiverse. Divide by 0, that's okay, negate, we don't need that. Creature deck. Okay. So now we can cast this and be able to counter something after that. So great. That looks great. Unless they try to kill it right away. Nope. The game is pretty much luck. I don't know if they know that. Yes. What are you gonna cast with that? Storm the Festival. Sadly, my spell that costs 6 is already in my hand. Do we divide? No. Let's go for this. We already have our Discover the Formula. And we don't have anything else that costs 6 to cast. So that's our turn. Let's play another blue. We have 8 mana in play. Or 8. Let's just wait. We're not strong enough. We need another creature. So yeah, you gotta land. What's that? You may play land from your graveyard. If a land enters the battlefield, calls a triggered ability. That's a big creature. But let's get it in. You can gain some lives. Are you attacking or what? Before it's our turn, let's discover the formula. Great. Great, great, great. So now we have 9 lands. And everything is reduced, so we can cast this. Probably won't have anything to deal with that. And after that, they're in a bad spot. You can read that Hullbreaker horror. No attack. They have something that holds priority. Okay, no, nothing. Nothing. There's a land. You can get this. What you gonna do now? Play Storm the Festival. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just bounce this to their hand. And we can bounce that at the same time. We're close to the end of this game, my friend. Let's take the teachings, just in case we run out of card. And they got burned. Goddamn. So here we are for the post-game wrap-up. You've already seen this deck if you're following me. If you're on my channel for a while, that's one of my favorite decks. Playing the Archon of Emeria that locks the game. No player can cast more than 1 land, so we have a lot of counterspell to take control of the game. We just need to have the advantage on the board when we cast the Archon of Emeria. That's pretty much a win. We also have this Suspicious Stowaway that really works well with it. Since no one can cast more than 1 spell per turn, once it's night, it stays night, so we cannot get out of this. And once it's night and our Seafaring Werewolf deals damage to our opponent, we draw a card and we don't need to discard anything, so we can get a big card advantage on our opponent. So if we draw 2 cards each turn, there's a lot of chance that we have something to deal with our opponent's spells, since they can only cast 1 per turn. And our big finisher is clearly the Hullbreaker Horror. Once he's on the battlefield and our opponent can only cast one spell per turn, they're pretty much dead. All of our spells are instant speed, and we have the complete control over the game, as you have seen in those games. The dragons have been a big problem. Sadly, we didn't get enough Doom Scars against them. We didn't have enough board wipe. We have 3 Doom Scars, 2 Divine Purge. Maybe I should change some of this. In the beginning, I was playing only 4 Doom Scars. That was not enough. I've removed 1 Doom Scar, but maybe I should bring him back. Maybe remove Memory Deluge. It's not fast enough to be used in the beginning of the game, and later in the game, oftenly the cost is reduced, so we don't scry as much as we're supposed to. I feel like Behold the Multiverse is pretty good in the beginning of the game. That can help us to be really fast. And Memory Deluge is not that fast. Clearly Discover the Formula is a pretty cool card. I only got 1 copy, so I'm playing with this one. But anyway, I really like this deck. That's my deck to grind the ladder. In this play session, I've been just above 500. But that's not always the case. I hope to grind a bit faster with that, but that was the showcase of the deck, so I hope you enjoy it. If you have any idea of what could help my deck become even better and stronger, maybe the white spell that create 2 humans, gain 4 life and draw a card in certain situation could be a great addition to be able to handle our opponent at the beginning of the game. If you have any other idea, that's Sunset Rivalry, the name just came back in my head. If you have any other idea, don't be shy to leave a comment and tell me what you would change in this deck to make it even better, and I'll see you in the next one.